We are the Wormhole Extremists. I am David, and I am also with Nicole.
Hello.
And Evie.
Hello.
And Grouse Mountain has a lot of fog.
Yes, it's very
Didn't we see that
atmospheric
on
though.
a
I
tour
really
bus,
like it.
Evie? Did we see that?
Yes, I think we did see that. And I think it was similarly
foggy.
There were several
but it
mountains where the tour guide was like,
cleared in the
okay, this is just
afternoon."
typical of Vancouver to go and do
Yes.
this. And I was like,
Uh-oh.
oh dear.
He's been here before.
Gosh.
So the name of the world apparently comes
Artego.
from the Latin Carthage, which is the rival empire of Rome.
Mm. These are human being on Brussels sprouts. It just took me a second to appreciate how funny that was. Just random watermelons.
Yeah, they are a
Do we have a climate
speedy
for that
group
here?
of people.
They are.
They split
So
because they will come and take them away otherwise.
Exactly. They're very smart. So this is Mario Azzopardi's fifth and final episode until he returns 6 years later for Atlantis.
Damn.
And this is the first appearance by David McNally, who plays Hanno, because he's also in the season 3 episode Demons and Epiphany, which is the season 2 episode of Atlantis.
Do we see this set more than once?
Yeah, we just saw it
Possibly.
in the Torment of Tantalus.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I remember you saying something, and I thought, I think it might. I was
course.
like, is it this one? Because I was looking for it, and there's a lot of stairs, and I remember talking to
It's
Tantalus
looking a
having
lot
of
less
stairs.
derelict, obviously, than the
It looks
Torment
way
of
nicer
Tantalus.
now.
Yep.
Oh, Anthony has just posted a link to your article.
Oh, thank you, Anthony.
Yes, enjoy reading it. So, and if you're watching in the archive version of this episode, if you go to the live rewatch for January 22nd, it's in the live chat at this moment in the discussion, so you can pull that file.
Read it. It's very, very good.
Thank you.
I have not read it. I will read it.
I just love how
Sorry.
you punctuated the article with the statement about how it's all about perspective.
Evie, you're making
So
me
good.
look bad with all these fun facts and kind sharing. You know, you're making me seem like a
Correct.
bint. So.
Sorry.
So this is David McNally. I'm trying to get him on
David
Dial
McNally.
the Gates.
Don't we see him again in
We do.
season 3,
Demons.
the one about Christianity?
Yep,
Yes.
that's
The one
just
about
literally
Christianity.
I don't like it.
Well, it's sort of
I
quite
call
similar
it
to
that.
this episode, really.
Very, yeah. Has a lot of
Yeah.
similar elements.
I guess he's good at these kinds of episodes.
And he also comes back in Atlantis.
Yes, I did say that.
I was going to
It's,
say,
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
he? But which episode?
Season 2 episode, Epiphany.
Epiphany.
Yeah.
In the
Good
elevator.
for him.
I didn't realize, so that kind of threw me a little bit. I know they do reuse a lot of actors, but I think I've mentioned before that I think I have facial blindness, so I don't recognize people as easily. So
One that threw me off was Lieutenant Elliot in season 5. He reappears in Atlantis as one of the kids.
No, I think I saw that one.
Yeah. They're everywhere.
So this
Really
is
throws you off.
the only episode written by Tom J. Astle.
Oh.
For those playing at home.
Well, there you go.
And as we discussed, I think the premise of this episode is later revisited in season 9's The Powers That Be with Vala.
Whoop, whoop.
And
That's
the
a very good
3
point.
Yeah, and the season 3 Atlantis episode Satita with Ronan.
That's also a very good point.
What a
Yes.
funny season.
Just reuse,
9
recycle.
Violet is great because she's on the receiving end and she goes, "Is it too late to plead innocent?" Best. And just like, y'all can change her mind. So looking forward to that.
He's good.
Teal'c
I'm
doesn't
dead.
have the same level of sass.
That's right.
Teal'c's
Oh,
like,
and
I
this,
accept it. Yeah, it's all right. So
In this episode, we also see the second appearance of Shackle, who we
That's
first
correct.
met in the
we
Knox.
do, yes. Which is nice to see the Knox
And
getting
I
continued.
think is the actor's name, is it Mikasha Armstrong? Is that how you pronounce it?
I'm not sure.
I think
Correct
it's
us somebody if
Mikasha.
we're wrong. Yeah,
You
look,
better
you don't
be
have
sure.
like trauma from this guy,
But
from like your dad getting
Tilk
shot.
doesn't
So.
deny it. He's not going to deny it. He knows he has a sordid past.
Do you think Teal'c experienced the other 2 court case episodes and got like PTSD from this one? Or he was like, nah, it's gonna be all right. Like, they got me out of this situation. I'm sure we'll succeed in the future.
They should have referenced it for sure. That would have been fun.
It would have been fun.
They're pretty good about referencing past content.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to meet the elders. I love his dialogue in this show. Why is it some religious thing? Maybe they're coming from a swap meet.
Swap meet, yes. Well, it's such an episode with such like heavy material, so you need to sort of pepper it in with a few jokes, which is, I guess, the main difference between this Jack O'Neill and the other Jack O'Neill.
I didn't watch this episode much growing up, but for some reason, it's all like coming back to me now. Like, I remember the woman has to give Teal'c his peck-a-ve at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jack's like, you're not going to peck at anything.
That's right.
Yes, exactly.
I really didn't watch this much, but, you know, I guess it did have a lasting effect.
Look, I'll be totally honest. In pasts, when I've done an SG1 rewatch, I skip this episode. I do.
Evie.
But you know what? I have a new respect for it because I did my research, and
That's right.
it is a very important episode in Teal'c's.
It is. You know, it is very important.
That's very important.
Yeah, in his character development. So
I remember I hadn't seen this episode, but I'd seen the intro and I'd seen the camera panning around Teal'c getting emotional from the intros, and I remember being like, I want to see what that episode is. I want to see what's making Teal'c so upset. And I finally found it when I got the DVD for Cor-Ai, and I remember being like, whoa, Christopher Judge, nice. You know, good job. You know, Teal'c can't go though, can he?
Oh, that's the whole thing.
She's not. It's not a like a request.
Yeah, get out.
It's
respect our elders. That's funny. He's with us.
Look, people can change. They make mistakes. Let's remember that.
Here we go. The zoom in, meaning we're about to have a flashback.
I like the artwork on that. It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
I think this is the only time where Apophis appears in flashback. Like that's the smallest part. I'm pretty sure for Peter Williams. Yeah. Other than his appearance in Continuum.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled that they brought him in.
Yeah, he's so popular as like the bad guy, like he's our iconic one, and so he just keeps getting brought back just because he's just so fun.
Oh, because he's awesome.
He is.
Oh, here we go. Shut up.
Yeah.
No, he's ready to face the consequences.
Don't plead guilty. Innocent until proven guilty, even if you're a bit guilty.
If you're a bit guilty.
Hey, it's not entirely his fault, okay? It's not entirely his fault.
Well, that's the question, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, that's it.
The what were the trials? Oh, what were they? The Nuremberg trials.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's
I
responsible?
like that for this. They're literally just going like, "Hey, no, stop."
Yeah, and like in your article, you basically said that it's all on like based on perspective, and depending on your viewpoint, you could view Teal'c as either a hero, a murderer, or a victim.
He's all of those at once.
He is.
So to the Bursa, he's a murderer. To us, he's a hero. To other Jaffa, he's a victim.
Jack is very vocal in this episode about how innocent Teal'c is. Isn't Daniel kind of like sitting there like, no, but he is guilty, but he's innocent? He's kind of like,
well, Daniel understands what they're why they're.
Also, I mean, Jack understands kind of Teal'c's plight as well because he was a former Black Ops soldier, so he knows about sometimes there's innocent bloodshed in the service of the greater good.
That's the conversation he has with Hammond. I've spent a lot of time in the service of my country doing some damn distasteful things.
Exactly.
He sees himself just as guilty if he were to come upon the children of a Russian mafia man, you know, that he executed, for instance.
Someone in the Middle East.
Right.
Yeah.
East Germany, yeah.
Really like interesting to see, because this is the complete opposite of what happens with Vala. I'm sad Teal'c didn't say anything in season 9, because he's sitting here being like, yes, take me, I'm guilty, and Vala's like, break me out of here now.
Well, Vala openly took advantage of a society.
Yeah,
she did.
You know.
It's just really funny.
Vala
how
herself, not Katesh.
all these unique characters have such different stories, and it's just really interesting.
This is a great point. Simple trial is a simple beheading.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I think this episode holds way more weight than that one with Vala.
I agree.
Oh, 100%.
Well, I mean, that episode has several balls in the air. This one is about Teal'c's guilt or innocence, and the Gould's attack, of course. So.
Yes.
Oh, is this the Pekave?
Yes, hear his Pekave.
Peck at anything.
I love this actress. She was wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
They could have said no.
She's quite
They
lovely.
could have said, I'm going to be his voice. You say nothing. So it's...
Confession.
See, this is the first clue right here. If he weren't guilty, there would be no Cor-Ai, so...
It's not sounding good for Teal'c.
Yeah. We are going to execute him, but we must execute him properly. Yeah, it's very Western.
He's like, shut up! Stop it!
Yeah, I don't need the history lesson right now, Daniel.
He's like, we're just trying to get Teal'c killed.
Are you Russians? Niet. Shut up!
So
Get him to
dumb.
Pekave.
Anything. That was so funny.
Oh, do you want to give the job to Dad? Look, the way that they both kind of like, crap themselves in the
Here we
background.
boy.
They're like, you?
Yeah, here we go.
I love that though, because Jack's not like Daniel. He's not as great with his words, but
Well, he's not known
love
for his
Teal'c.
diplomacy.
Yeah, his love for Teal'c. He's like, no, I'm going to defend.
Well, he's
this
the
man
team
with
leader,
everything.
so he has
He
to put
is
himself out
responsible
there.
for him. That's
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
right.
Don't question him. Oh, so awkward.
Antagonist was the word used. That's right.
Oh my god, everybody.
Daniel can be side counsel.
Yeah. So-
The old woman that was sending them away was Dr. Weir's mom. Well done, Lockwatcher. It is the same actress.
Wow.
I
What?
didn't notice.
No, nor did I.
Good job.
What a face. I love that face.
There were a lot of lovely pastels on this planet, don't
Yeah.
they?
I do like the colors that they're all wearing. That woman that just came in with the Pekave situation, she looks lovely. I loved her outfit.
Yeah, she did.
I don't remember her name. I remember it's
Situation.
Pekave. Whatever.
The
I think
Pekka
it just
lady.
makes the military, like their costumes just make the military uniforms look so much harsher in comparison, which I'm sure
Yeah.
was done deliberately.
I always think that these are farmers because they have a rake. The rake is their
Yeah.
their
Rake of
what is it, a
talking-
conch
a talking stick.
in that's the conch when you're speaking.
In what?
I think in I'll come to me in a minute. The boys stranded on the island.
Lord of the Flies?
Lord of the Flies, yes. They use a shell when whoever's
Timmy.
talking. This is great though because he apologizes and then says, "Okay, now we're going to kill you. Now I can kill you."
Yeah. Yeah.
And everyone is shocked when he gives it to him.
Yeah, I like that weird,
Forgiveness.
respectful introduction. It was quite nice but interesting.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Hey, look, he kind of killed Daniel's wife, so let's, sentence her to death, basically.
Yeah.
Jack!
Well, I mean,
that's
it says-
neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Well, it is there, but it's not here.
I love the way he's using Earth terminology to try and, defend Teal'c.
Teal'c's like, I'm screwed.
It's going really well, guys.
Uh-oh.
At least they're hearing him out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really kind of them. I remember when I first watched this, I was quite angry at these people for just being so like narrow-minded and straightforward. But obviously, as I got older, I started to appreciate like every side. Gas.
There's a great line in Star Trek
Go to it.
Voyager.
Yeah.
What if I steal your game board? How would it be fair for someone else to assign value to your loss? And what if I murdered your child? There's a lot of comparisons there. Of course, if you steal my game board, it wouldn't be fair for me to say that you should be executed. So
Yes.
he shouldn't necessarily get whatever he wants. There should be like a ceiling on the, maybe he requires the whole team be executed.
Yeah.
Maybe Cor-Ai does have some kind of ceiling in terms of retribution.
Becca said
Right.
something interesting in the chat. They probably had access to simple plant dyes, hence the paler colors. I love that they thought about
Oh,
that. Also, the simple
That's
linens
true.
and leathers.
Plant dyes.
Mhm.
What a good idea, yeah.
Absolutely.
Shoot. Here we go.
Oh dear.
Oh,
You're making it really hard to
confession.
defend you, Teal'c.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, look at Jack's face. He's like, oh gosh. But that's Teal'c.
Yeah, he's an honest dude. Not gonna lie.
Well, it's not just that. He feels guilt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He knows
And
he did wrong.
He kind of wants to be accountable for his past. That's how he's going to move forward.
Definitely does. What a shot. I love that
He's
shot.
helped so
Both those
much with
shots.
SG1. It makes me sad that like he'll never truly feel like he's served long enough saving people to counteract all the crimes that he committed.
This
Yeah.
is probably my favorite scene in all of season 1.
Really?
Yep. Rick is acting his ass off here. He's so brutally. I mean, I think it's this one. They start yelling at each other, and Chris told me, we sunk our teeth into this script.
Yeah, give us some privacy, please. Get out.
They're awfully accommodating. I will say that.
They're really nice people.
They're really nice people when they're not murdering.
Yeah. They're murdering within reason.
Here we go. This is what the Nuremberg trials asked of everyone who were, thinking about it. Who bears responsibility?
Yeah.
Yep. You haven't been there.
Yeah. Not exactly. So
Right.
what does Jack
Something.
experience? Cool.
That's correct. He's been around. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, because you've been told to do something.
But you also have a conscience.
That's true. But I think from Teal'c's perspective, if he had said no to Apophis's order,
He was going to kill everyone.
Hannah's father, he was going to kill everyone, including Teal'c. So, I guess you have to look at the bigger picture.
Look at Rick's face.
Yeah,
Because he sees himself right there with Teal'c.
exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
You're right.
really
This
excited.
This scene is very intense.
This is just taking me back to Threshold and how excited I am to see more of Teal'c's story
Yep.
again.
Because I'm guilty.
Bad.
I'm doing this because this is my chance to give some payback to someone I took something from. Someone from.
Exactly.
I wonder if he ever in private went to Daniel and said, please end me. You deserve your vengeance on me.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had those conversations.
Yeah.
Well, this
Yes,
is more
he's done
about
far
Daniel's
worse,
character
so-
than
Yeah.
Teal'c's.
Oh my goodness.
Even his eyes look slightly like bloodshot, like he's
He's been
actually
crying.
getting emotional. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's a great
I will say
actor.
Christopher Judge
he
is a great
is.
crier.
He really
I like
is.
seeing him cry. He's so good at it. Oh, his lip trembling.
Yep.
I just want to give him a hug.
And you can see the wetness on his face.
He's just such a big stoic character. You don't expect him to be so emotional, and he's so emotional, in ways that everyone else isn't.
Well, there's a lot there that's beneath the surface.
Yeah, he just
Well,
he
that's
pushes
it.
it down.
He would have committed so many atrocities in the name of Apophis.
Mm.
It's just all come to a head.
You're going to have to convince Hanno of that. That's the thing.
Exactly.
That he's more valuable alive and fighting the cause than he is dead.
This episode is a really good point to make as well, that people can make lots of mistakes, but, they can make up for them and be forgiven. And, that's a really important life lesson.
Can be forgiven, but they won't necessarily forget.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good, yes.
He mounts a
Gasp,
good
yes.
defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're best friends, and even with this.
Well, it just says so much that Daniel is speaking in defense of Teal'c after what happened with
I
Sha'Rai.
love it.
Like,
It's
Teal'c
so
literally
good.
chose Sha'Rai in a crowd.
Yeah, but he doesn't blame him.
And he has every reason to hate him, and he doesn't. He understands, I guess, where he's coming from. But that was sort of gradual, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wish we saw more of that, of him wanting to hate Teal'c. They had a pretty solid chemistry from the get-go.
But they wanted the team to be, very heroic, and you can't have necessarily heroes that are
Beef
at odds
between
with
them.
one another,
Yeah.
You can do it for
That's
like
true.
Marvel, like one Marvel film, like Avengers, whatever it was, or Captain America: The Civil War,
yeah.
But by and large, they have to all. You can't have internal hatred.
No.
Yeah. Actually, that was kind of explored in the later season of The Orville.
Sorry to see that. I've seen most of the Orville. But
Yeah,
not
I
most.
can't remember the character's name, but she was like dead set against Isaac.
Oh yes,
Yeah, and she hated him for
yeah, but
couple
just
of
keep watching the
episodes.
show. Just keep watching the season.
I really do love seeing Daniel and Teal'c together. They have such great chemistry. Like
Mhm.
Michael Shanks, Christopher Judge did such a good job, and I just loved seeing their bromance. Like they went through a lot together, and it
Yeah.
was so wonderful to see.
I think at this point of the season, they're just so cohesive as a group of actors. Yeah, you can just see them meshing so much better together than they were in the earlier episodes.
For me, like the most cohesion for me for all of SG1, it first truly really fits for me is season 4. I don't know what it is, but season 4 really
I
feels
love
like home with
season
SG1.
4. Yeah.
It's like they've perfected every single little nook and cranny of their dynamics. The hiding, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they just move further away from the gate?
That's a great
That's what I always
question.
because they don't
because
use the gate, do they?
No, and they've got a huge landscape. But you could argue that
Yeah.
that the gold would punish them for making them less accessible.
I
Yeah, because
guess.
imagine them trying to like hunt down.
Yeah,
the,
that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Find them if they live further out.
Yeah,
They'd
but
be
they
like,
are
"Hey, you
cattle to
wasted
them.
so much of my time. Die."
Right.
Isn't that the staircase he runs down in Torment of Tantalus?
Yep.
Yes.
That's it.
Into the room with the thing with the ceiling and the
Correct.
the
Now you're getting it.
things. My goodness.
This is
I feel
called
like a weird flashback.
amortizing.
Yeah. Oh, I love that Daniel had that moment to
Yeah.
click and give him a good defense.
He what
a good friend.
selected him with good reason.
So you killed on purpose.
I
you're
actually
saying.
like how that sort of revealed kind of gradually throughout the episode.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Tilk didn't just say why he shot Hanno's father.
Well,
But
you
from
see
Hanno's
Hanno's
perspective,
father
who
at the
cares?
start. Well,
Yeah.
that's it. But like you see, they do focus on his disability at the very start when they show that flashback. You can see his father only has one leg.
There you
I mean,
go.
you can see his
Yeah.
hesitation, and he's wearing that mask. It's just like
he's acting
incredibly
through that
subtle,
huge
but it's
thing.
awesome. And just the fact that you can only see his eyes with the helmet drops down.
I
and
always
there's
wondered
just so
when he
much
was
intensity there.
reaching out if he could kind of see it, and if he was like, choose me, you know?
I don't know what the reaching out is for. And just mercy, I think.
Yeah, I think it's mercy.
What's sad is that this wasn't the moment that Tilk was able to turn around and throw a staff weapon at Hanno's father and say, "You're what I believe could do it."
Right,
it
exactly.
wasn't time
Yeah.
They
yet.
weren't. They weren't powerful enough.
No,
He had to side
He's
with those
biding
who
his
could.
time.
Right.
he was waiting for the right time and the right people.
But I don't think he ever really
Yeah.
thought it would come. We
No,
have that
but
conversation
No.
in Threshold where they're behind bars and he's talking with Braytek. He's thinking,
That's why
I
I'm
think
so
these people can
excited to
do
see
it.
it. Yeah.
And Braytek's like,
just a pipe dream.
It's a pipe dream.
Yeah.
Just pray they're not chosen as hosts.
Oh, Ray Wood says now it's the torment of Tilk instead of the torment of Tantalus with the same set.
Ray Wood, that's really good. Ooh, that was such a good bad joke. Oh, I loved it. Oh, that
Are
tickled
you
me.
wiping the tears?
Yeah, that tickled me. Woohoo! That's good. Like what just said, this episode provided much character development. Felt like Daniel
Yeah.
was talking through Jack. I love that.
There's some of that.
I would have thought they would have left Sam behind, so there would have been like a member of the military still on the planet, rather than having Daniel remain on the planet.
Mm.
I mean, he's more diplomatic, obviously, but yeah, he's not a member of the military.
God, Daniel's such a good lawyer in these episodes.
He missed his
know?
calling.
Yeah, he misses calling. He'd been great.
Michael Shanks is amazing.
He's also Vala's lawyer, and I think at some moments he was Skara's lawyer as well.
Yeah. The Stargate trial episodes are not boring.
No, they should really,
I wasn't crazy about
rename the show to Daniel,
Inquisition in Atlantis,
Mr. Lawyer.
but only because it gutted what would have been a great Ashen Chapter 3 with the Asgard
Yeah.
that they had originally designed it for.
Look, Daniel's
Here we
got
go.
perfect defense. Nice.
Good metaphor.
Yeah, very good metaphor. Well, I guess the people would understand that metaphor as well.
It is important in this
But
aspect.
he slows everybody down.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it right.
Yeah, it's
This
harsh,
society
but
doesn't have
it's the
prosthetics,
truth.
so he has to use the walking stick, so he's going to be really slow.
Yeah.
Gosh, Hannah, you need to calm down and let him defend himself. Tilk's not even trying to defend himself. He's just being honest. He's just being
And he
Well,
goes
he
as
has
far as to
to.
say, yeah, I did do what I did so that I could save more later on.
There's no point denying it. He's been identified.
But is it enough to negate the misdeeds? And that's
That's the whole point of the episode.
And they used the word negate. That's where I learned the word negate.
Oh.
He may not know what impartiality is, but he knows negate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like are his current actions
Mm-hmm.
enough to atone for his past actions?
Your father would not be alive, my dude.
No.
Hypothesis men would have killed all of
And
you.
probably more people would be dead if they can only
Yeah.
move as fast as their slowest member.
He's being really emotional and ignorant
Well,
to what Daniel's
that's
saying.
why it's a bad idea for
Yeah.
His father was murdered.
it's a bad idea for the defense. The defense?
No.
No,
the victim. I don't know
the
what to call
opposite. The victim's family to be in charge of, setting down the yeah, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Making
You're
the
okay.
rulings. Yeah.
That's the thing. Can you justify killing him at this point?
Yeah. What really stresses me out this whole episode is that nothing is gonna change this guy's mind. Like nothing changes it until the very end, and it really bothers me because he's just being so annoyingly stubborn. Like I'm so frustrated with him.
Well,
I think he's immensely
invested, obviously.
I think he's pretty evenly keeled throughout a lot of this here. I mean,
he does hear him out.
Yeah,
and he's arguing thoughtfully back when he doesn't need to.
This is true. I don't dislike his character at all. I just get very frustrated with
Of course.
outbursts. But obviously, he's upset.
This is great sci-fi. This is what makes great sci-fi.
Obviously, Hanno hasn't seen what we've seen.
Correct.
Yeah,
it's all about perspective.
Is a lot different.
Come on this mission. Let's show you what Teal'c can do.
Maybe he needs to watch one of the clip shows.
Get the Total Recall device.
Go watch the episode they shoot a few years later.
Yeah.
Yes.
See his flashbacks. And there's the rub right there.
Damn.
Oh no.
But instead, the Goa'uld will miraculously show up and miraculously be able to identify all your hiding places.
They have great timing.
Look, you just said the courtroom drama with Daniel and Teal'c is very different than Daniel and Vala. Yeah, it's crazy. This show is able to do courtroom drama and really mix it up every time. Mm-hmm. It's really fun.
I don't know. I think Teal'c's kind of, I don't know. This is a pretty broad statement, but I think Teal'c's done more to atone for his past than Vala has. Like Vala still sort of dabbles in her past. Yeah,
she went back to go get her stuff.
His defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Vala went back and she's selfish, which is why it's so different and funny.
Here we go.
Yeah.
He's not a member of Earth.
Yeah. He's not.
Good. God. Oh, it's Hammond.
But he's proved himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Don's face. He's like, I don't want to say this, but I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to respect the laws of the other planet.
Here it is, war criminals.
Yeah. Oh my God, no.
His delivery of that line, though.
I know, but what has humanity done to each other? We've, a lot of military people have done things really bad for their country.
And that's what Jack's about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe how not understanding Hammond is in this episode. It's very upsetting.
Yeah, he's not against you, but he's got laws that he has to obey.
Do you think Hammond's just sitting here in 1969? I see Teal'c. In a flashback, so he'll be fine. I just gotta act tough.
But that hadn't been. It wasn't written.
True.
I know, that's the joke I'm making. That it's funny that they're having these big fights about Teal'c's life, but Hammond's supposed to already know.
He's got some inside intel, but he can't tell anyone.
Correct.
Oh, Joe Malozzi actually posted the concept art for this body paint on Reddit about 2 months ago.
I was gonna say I like this body paint.
It's pretty. Well, on the Reddit post, it kind of looked like there was supposed to be like a swirl on the chest, but also a swirl on the face, which I don't think they do. Do they do the swirl on the face?
Mm.
I don't think they do. No.
Mm. I don't think so.
The swell on the chest looks like almost like his the symbol on his forehead.
Does a little bit.
I would love to play like a finger paint, decorate Teal'c.
That'd be funny.
Just randomly throwing that in. They look like they're having a nice time, like giving him a little like massage almost before his death.
So instead of a final meal, you get a final body painting.
Yeah.
Probably not quite as satisfying as a final meal. Not that a final meal is satisfying. That's probably the wrong turn of phrase.
I like my final meal go on for like days.
Yeah, like you need to eat like the oh god, the name of the statement, the Goa walls that has like the massive appetite.
Yeah, that could be my excuse.
You don't get to do what you want to do.
Yeah. Ray would say little pedicure. Yeah, I'd love to get Teal'c a little pedicure.
And
I love that we don't see their reactions. We see Sam and Jack's reactions. It's already all gone to hell.
Yep.
Do you think they added to the mist there, or that was just all?
Oh, that's definitely smoke
Canada
effects
Canada.
for sure.
Yeah.
No, that's smoke. That's burning.
So the distant fog is probably.
Of course, that's
the smoke
yeah, that's
is
Canada.
Definitely us.
Yeah.
Lockwatcher said the older woman, the leader, also made an appearance in Universe Common Descent.
Oh,
damn!
That's
Good
right.
eye.
She's Betty. Oh my gosh, I am so pathetic.
We are
She
bad
was
pals.
Betty. Betty seems nice.
I didn't even notice that.
Thank you, Lockwatcher.
Anthony Rawlings said Neru's had the appetite. If
Neru's
Neru's getting
thank
his
you.
final meal, he would not ever finish in time for an execution.
That's why they threatened him with starvation.
knife this
because
one?
They knew that
Yeah.
his final meal would be too long.
Yeah, I think
that's
he
like
knifes the guy.
brutal.
Look at that. It's
Yeah,
just
he did,
it's
I
so
read it.
off camera. Yeah.
Wow, hands on.
That's just a
Oh
little
my
taste of
God.
what Jack could do. So that would be my first thought. You guys went off and you told the goal. What this is
Yeah,
this
she's
is
so
too
dramatic.
coincidental.
Yeah. Oh, isn't this little kid on the right like my absolute hero?
Yes. Yeah, because he makes a decision on his own, even against
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, that kid's like, I don't care what's going on. I'm giving the man who knows how to shoot the knife.
Well, what it was he saw Shackle's reaction, and he was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, these two are enemies. At least I can help this guy out. At the
Yeah.
very least, so that Hanno can still have his retribution."
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I love this little nod. That's kind of like understanding of, hey, we're here to help. We
Yep.
got you, boo.
Yeah.
Cute. I like Hanno. You know,
We're not your
He just
enemy.
gets grumpy sometimes.
Well,
Yeah.
he's has
He's
good
had a rough
reason.
life.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
get annoyed. He doesn't
Lost his
understand Teal.
father.
Oh no, it's gonna happen.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Teal'c.
he says
What
it
a
so
great
dramatically. He needs to calm
recall.
down.
You know.
Yeah.
It is great.
Here we
Yeah. This kid is my hero. Absolute icon right there.
That is a very mature move.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what else are the other people here gonna do? You know, Teal'c knows how to use
So,
weapons. Give it to him.
I have a question. So, Shackle says something about, about being first
Die.
prime. Was he not first prime
Not
in
yet.
the Nox?
No,
But he's
I don't
got the
think
gold
so.
emblem.
That's true. Yeah, but they retconned that later on.
Yeah.
Okay. So he was still proving himself as
Yeah.
a first
Yeah,
prime.
because in Threshold he has.
Did he say
still has the
assure
black
or
one.
insure my place? Maybe he already was, and it was like, okay, killing you will
Yeah.
just will just
Doesn't he have
cement
like
that.
a top 3 primes? So he doesn't have like maybe he has like a first, a second, and a
I
third
don't
prime.
know
Maybe they just have to
anymore.
jump through hoops. Like
Right.
they have to do like
But
obstacle
I just remember
courses
Teal'c being
and...
quite high up there and having the black symbol and then having the gold one day, being like, "I did
Wow.
it, Braytac," and he's like, "No." Braytac gets real grumpy. Yeah, stop him.
Oh, no more shackle.
Shackle died a second ago. Teal'c just stabbed him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's dead. There was several stabbings in this episode.
Yeah,
It
what's
really
that
is.
about?
There's lots of hand-to-hand combat.
And the staff weapons are now just a flesh wound.
Yeah. The way that Teal'c like jumped to save all those people, it's like, is that not proof enough, Hanno? And it is. I just want to yell at him.
I just want to yell at him.
Mama Knox said they're related to the stormtroopers. About the Jafar.
It's very
The
similar.
terrible shots, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're better shots than stormtroopers, but yeah.
They are. They get quite a few hits in. Not very damaging hits, but hits nonetheless.
You would have thought they'd put the stormtroopers through more training after seeing how inaccurate their weapons firing was.
The clone troopers were so good. Why get rid of them? Why switch to the stormtroopers?
Oh, he's like arms
There we
out.
go.
Just...
Yeah.
Because they're innocent and deserve it. Exactly,
Yeah.
my dude. Suck it.
hmm
He might have a terrible past, but he's not a terrible person.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about perspective.
Oh,
Exactly.
Hanno, my dude.
But I'm the one. It's like, shut up.
I want to give Hanno.
Look at Jack. It's like,
Jack's
please
like,
just
yeah, I
stop
just can't
talking.
defend this.
Yeah, just shut up, Teal.
I know you're so self-righteous, but still.
I love that he says that you've killed that Jafar that killed my father. It's like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Hanno,
That's
my
the point.
dude.
Hanno, my dude.
Give him a big fist bump.
Aww. Give him a big manly hug.
Oh, like, you handed him back his weapon, the weapon he killed his father with. Like,
I know,
that's
but
a
he's
big
not,
deal.
he doesn't have to be in love with him to let
the
him go.
tear trails.
No, but it's just so kind. Like, this is like, look at him. He's being really nice and generous, and it's so sweet.
And now that we've got that out of the way, would you like our help?
I actually really like this actor. Like, I don't like Demons, but I really like him in Demons. Like, he's like the only thing I like about that
He's
episode.
great.
Yeah. Anytime I see him, I'm like, oh,
So I totally missed a goof.
Mhm.
Apparently there is a Jafar that Jack kills with a staff weapon, but you can see that the extra is still visibly breathing.
Well, I
Um,
mean,
maybe he
they
took a
do have
second to
to
die.
maintain their
Yeah.
own lives while they film this.
Yes.
What a good episode.
You know, I usually like I have so many weird feelings about this episode. It's a weird one for me. I went through so many emotions. I was like, no, I hate you, but also I love you, but I hate you with Hanno. You know,
Well, I
he's a
think-
really nice guy, but he's a douche at the same time.
I think my opinion of this episode has gone up a notch or two.
Yeah, damn you, David, for making me like it more than
You're
I usually do.
welcome.
I
Yeah,
usually just go,
exactly.
"Ugh,
I'm just like
Cor-Ai."
reading your article. I'm just like, David, I like this episode now.
You've made me like it more. Look, see, now when you rewatch it on your own, Evie, you're not going to skip it, and neither am I. I never skip them
No.
anyway, but now I won't have the feeling to, I guess.
Well, I was listening to a podcast before I went to bed about this episode, and the people doing the podcast were just hammering into how bad it is, and I'm just like,
Whoa!
obviously they haven't
bad.
read into it, because I can see now what an important episode it is.
From a discussion about morality and ethics, it's great.
It's good
Thank you
episode.
for joining us, everyone, on Cor-Ai.
Yes. Thank you.